Yo, what up, what up? It's your boy Tyrone. Today we're doing again post-workout thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So just finished my touch-up training. You know, as you all know, touch-up training, I come in the morning, I run a workout that touches up on the various men's physique muscles that are heavily scrutinized, specifically the back and the shoulders, and a bit of the chest, you know? So today we're going to talk about something I really thought about, been thinking about for the past few days, and even as I was lifting here, man. So we talked about 001, and when I went to 001, and you know, and my opinion was that I was kind of being delusional after seeing the other athletes that were competing against me. And I mean, yeah, I still kind of think that, but then again, I thought about it from a different perspective, you know what I mean? Because everybody who was there told me, dude, you know, you did a good thing coming out here to compete. Everybody, the most bona fide bodybuilders that you know from Kenya, they all told me, hey, dude, you did a good thing coming here to compete, and all you need to do is keep showing up, and the more you show up, the more you're going to learn what you need to do, and the more you're going to learn what you're truly capable of, you know? So it's all about reps. It's all about which is unfortunate, because here in Kenya they only host like one competition every year, you know? I mean, we should be able to have like a circuit where the young or rather the newbie guys can compete and gather some reps before they go for the big competition. You know, a guy who's not all the way there from a physique standpoint can taste what it's like to win a competition, a local competition. And this so they can understand what exactly it takes to be able to compete, you know. But this was not just about competition, you know, because, you know, I was thinking about now the act of going on stage, the act of doing that. When I made that decision, it's because at the time of me making that decision, I had the highest level of self-belief. Like, I was so sure that, yo, I can go on stage and I can cook, bro. I can do something, you know. And I would argue that, you know, that there's work that I should have, you know, I put in a lot of work to do that. I put in a lot of work. I tracked my calories consistently. I was always in a deficit. I was disciplined, you know, going out with friends and stuff. And, you know, I'd watch my friends order cakes, cookies, you know what I'm saying, fries, burgers, etc. And I would be there, you know, with my cup of coffee or my protein shake, you know, whatever. Like, I was strict. I followed the protocol that I had decided to follow to a T, you know. But there's work that I could have put in. There's something extra I could have done, you know. But I did that. I chose to do that because the time that I made that decision, I had a high level of self-belief. Then when I thought about that, I went to think about when I decided to start lifting weights. It was just out of high school. Actually, I was in high school when I made that decision. I was like, yo, I want to start lifting weights. And I tried because there was a tiny gym at the school designated for rugby players. So I tried, and, you know, like, at the time I was just bullshitting, doing whatever. And then I went to college. The school had a gym, and I was like, okay, maybe I can do, because it was a gym. It was a gym just like any other commercial gym, well equipped, state of the art equipment, etc. And so for me, it was like, yo, I can do this. When I made that decision, I'm like, yo, I can do this. And there was a lot of noise. There was a lot of people telling me, yeah, nah, man, you can't. Look at you, man. You're so tiny, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a lot of people telling me that I couldn't do it. And at the time, I was just like, bro, I can do this. I can build some muscle. I can do this. I can master it. I can start to learn the anatomy of my body and use it to be able to build an aesthetic physique, you know? And me lifting weights, me choosing that path, was me having the highest level of self-belief. There was a chance that maybe I may not have mastered what I needed to do to build an aesthetic physique. So what I'm saying is, like, everything we do in life, not just in fitness, but in life, you have to have the highest level of self-belief. you know, because anything can happen, anything can work, anything is possible, bro. Anything, bro. Anything's possible. But for you to find out whether or not it's actually possible, for you to get to the possibility of that thing happening, you have to have the highest level of self-belief, because the highest level of self-belief causes you to go ahead and take action. It causes you to never give up, because you know for a fact that you can do it. You know for a fact that it's possible. Because you know that it's possible, then it causes you to take action and do it. Fail, get up, fail, get up, fail, continue, continue, continue. Because you are gonna fail, right? It took me like 3 semesters for me to actually see something, for me to actually see some muscle mass, for me to actually see some growth. 3 semesters, my dog, right? And then in the 4th one, that's when I was like, okay, now I know what I'm doing, bro. You know? So it's all about having the highest level of self-belief and never giving up. And when you have the highest level of self-belief, not just kind of doing it, having the highest level of self-belief means doing it to the best of your ability, you know? And that's what it took for me to start lifting weights. And the same thing is what it's taken for me to decide that this is the path that I want to go on, you know? So yeah, man, that's basically it, man. That's it for this week's video. That's it for this week's post-workout thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So I'll see you guys in the next one.